I think we would all agree that we need more humility in the church. At a recent awards banquet, we gave a guy the Humility Award, but we had to take it away from him because he was proud of it. Hey again, this is Pastor Tom from Central Assembly of God in Superior, Wisconsin, with yet another Fuel for the Fire. This is volume 601, and it's called Raise Us Up. Luke said, "Everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted." But let's look at this from a different angle. If the church was hit with a sudden blast of humility, I think it would have a very different effect on us than most picture. Most think that the church would be brought low, but I believe humility would raise us up. The best definition of humility is seeing yourself as you really are, or seeing yourself as God sees you. Those definitions are essentially identical because God sees you as you really are. Would you say more people live above their potential or below? Without a doubt, the vast majority are achieving less than God called them to. Many because of a deep sense of inadequacy or a lack of confidence. They don't see themselves being as good as they really are. Can you imagine if we saw ourselves as God sees us? What if we knew the gifts we possessed and the talents that we had? What if we could boldly step into the ministry we're called to because we saw ourselves exactly as God sees us? If that was the case, the church would reach new heights. The church would be unstoppable. That was Paul's hope and prayer as he penned his second letter to Timothy. "Stir up the gift of God which is in you," he said. And while it's certainly true that some in the church do things out of vainglory and selfish pride, it's a small percentage. Most underachieve. Humility would raise us up. He who humbles himself will be exalted. So, where do you fall into the equation? My guess is you underestimate yourself. Try looking at yourself from the perspective of the one who made you. Look at your passion and your talents, what you love and what you're good at. Then stir up the gift that's in you. Maybe we need to work harder at seeing ourselves as God sees us. True humility will raise you up to the glory of God. Yes, I agree. The church needs a good dose of humility. I believe it would raise us up. That's the way I see it. And that's a little fuel for the fire. And remember, I love you guys.